Bore da, croeso I Gymru. More specifically, welcome to the 4086. Going in the general direction of Carnarvon, although we won't be today. Well, just changed the oil and air filters, put new oil, fresh oil in the Enfield, so I'm just giving it a quick run. Tomorrow my replacement rear tyre is due to arrive. It won't be changed tomorrow because I've got other things happening, and I've just checked the trade wear indicators and I've got a little bit of spare on this, so I just thought I'd give it a little bit of an airing. To be fair, it hasn't been ridden at all for some time, so we are obviously going to treat it with some respect. I think the fuel in it's probably a bit rough as well, so we'll see how we get on. It's going to rain this afternoon. He's trying to at the moment. I've been looking at lots of bikes recently. Not because I'm definitely going to buy one, because I'm almost certainly not going to. But there's quite a few bikes I really like. And they all have something in common. They're not necessarily expensive. They're not necessarily cheap. They're not all the same style. So you wouldn't say they're designed to appeal to the elder gentleman, but some will. The Super Meteor, let's start with that. 650 cc's, a laid back riding position, if ever there was one, but it's not over the top. Looks to be really well made. I was looking at Steve Lyssett's channel earlier. Oh, he's a miserable git, isn't he? Well, he's got a BMW GS, hasn't he? Probably is a bit fed up. Spent all that money. Oh, it won't even go up that hill in top gear. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, looks like a really quality bike for the money. The switch gear is developed much later development than this utilitarian stuff, but it still has the essence of being a pure motorcycle, and I really like that. If you were to go across to a Triumph, the equivalent sort of Triumph models, they cost an awful lot more, but you just get a load of stuff on them, you know, radiators, this, that and the other. They're bigger, they're heavier, and no, they don't appeal to me so much. I think they look nice, but they've lost their appeal to me, the Triumphs. So it's personal view. Let's go different route for a minute. BMW M1000RR, whatever it is, all singing and dancing. Despite its added features that it's got electronics wise, it is not just a toy, it is an out and out beast of a bike, but it's a bike, and I must say I actually quite like it. I would have one if I thought I wouldn't kill myself or anybody else around me with it, but I would, so I'm not allowed one of those. So that's two completely different ends of the spectrum. Now let's have a look at young Mr. Whistles, Dick Whistles. He's just bought one of these CT 125s. Do you know, they look damn good. Well, it wouldn't suit me because I've got too many one-seat bikes, and I want a two-seat bike if I'm going to get another bike. I've got to say, I'm really impressed with them. And if you watch Nathan the Postman's channel, Nathan Millwood, he rode a postie all the way back from Australia, There was a guy who recently went green laning on a basic C90 and he outrode all the trail bikes. It's a really cracking video actually, and yeah, it made me think. So good old Dick, he's gone and stuck his neck out and bought quite an individualistic bike, and I think he'll enjoy that. I think it looks good. So while it would be no good for me, I've got to say I'm really into the old monkey bike and Dax. They're sister machines, or brother machines, whatever you want to call them, to the old CT that Dick's got. Oh, I love that basic torque. And yeah, cracking is what I'd say. Their build quality looks excellent. They go on for ages providing you keep changing your oil. A basic motorcycle if ever there was one, but hey ho, does the job. The only reason I don't like the Super Cub is I hate the colour this year. You know, let's be invisible. Let's go matte grey and be invisible. Ooh, that's a bit contentious. All these people love these stealth bikes. Yeah, I bet they're the first ones that complain when someone says, sorry mate, I didn't see you. Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's enjoy the bikes. So yeah, I even looked this morning and you can get pillion pegs for the Monkey. I know it's only designed really, or intended to only have one person on it, but it'll take two, and you can buy the pegs for it. What a lovely little lane this is. Look at that for a sideways view. Yeah, there's a cracking bikes that are out and about. They do have one thing in common. They are more of a pure bike. Apart from, I mean, I know the BM hasn't. The BM's a bit farkly if ever there was one. But it is basically an inline 4 sports bike. End of. It doesn't pretend to be anything else. It just happens to be usable rather than some frippery toy. Which, although I would love a Panigale, I would never own, because I just think they're destined to remain in a garage. Not something you'd want to ride because it's just too lovely. Before I forget, quick shout out, take a look at Rest Day Rider. It's an excellent channel, some brilliant bikes and really well produced. It was my intention to mention Charlie's channel while I was out today and completely skipped my mind. Sorry Charlie. I'll tell you what, the weather don't look very good, does it? Definitely are getting some rain coming in. Snowdon would be over there, you can't see it, in Withfer. That's the Carnedais over there. Shouldn't say Carnedais, it's Carnedai, isn't it? Because that's already the plural. Right, let's carry on. Let's go for a little ride. Yeah, the brakes on these are really not the greatest. But it's not meant to be a fast bike. It just happens to do much better than you thought it would. Yuck. Now I could see him waiting. I thought he was going to wait. Evidently not. I quite like this little lane. Who's up for a bit of green laning? Might as well say goodbye to this tyre. While it's on its last knockings and see how it does it. Should be alright anyway, it's the most easiest green lane going, to be honest. There's only a bit of it that's just muddy really. Yeah, I can see the bad weather's coming in. And what I like about living around here is that although there's not that many roads, they're all good. The big roads, where all the tourists go, tend to be quite busy, obviously, during summer breaks and what have you. Now, I don't normally ride during these 2 weeks of Easter, except when I've been working, obviously. But I've always tried to avoid it because you get so many tourists on the road. You always get accidents. But because I need this to be mobile tomorrow, not because of the tyre coming, but because of other stuff, I need to use it tomorrow. Well, what's this like? It is a green lane. It's quite green, literally. But yeah, it's tarmac underneath. It's just very slippery, mossy stuff, really. And here we go to the off-roady bit. Oh, proper off-road. Hey, look. You know, my arms just went really, I didn't relax, and so I made a mistake. What an idiot. least our throttle's off. It just goes to prove I'm not used to riding this. And my confidence has taken a bit of a battering due to the car problem we had at Hay on Wye. Well, there you go. That was a bit boring, wasn't it, really? Just me being a bit of a bad rider. Still, at least it's been off-road.